Welcome in, everybody. It is the Boulevard home game of the week here on the Fan Sports Network. This is Caden Formaster with you and Mark Musgrave.
The voice you know.
We welcome you in tonight to Snow Canyon High School, where the Warriors are hosting the Desert Hills Thunder for the second matchup this week. And Mark, the first one, you know, it went Snow Canyon's way, started out pretty even, though. Can the Thunder continue doing what they did in the first part of the game last week?
Well, they're going to need a little bit more success from the top of the order. We're going to need DeCastro. He went 0 for 4 in that game on Tuesday, and he's a much better hitter than that, so hopefully he can get back on track for the Thunder. You know, Jace Fillmore, who batted in the 2-hole on Tuesday, went 2 for 3. Kyler Terry went 1 for 3. Hagen Reed went 1 for 3. And then it was a lot of zeros until you get down to Musgrave was batting 9th in the order and also went 2 for 3. So they're going to need some success from a few more hitters in that lineup, especially to try to keep pace with this Warrior offense, because this Warrior offense is a little bit, you know, it's one of the most potent offenses in 4A. You know, when you've got hitters like Smith and Sechrist, Ryder Harrison on Tuesday went 2 for 4. Damon Entz went 3 for 4 on Tuesday. So they've got some hitters, and it's going to be up to the Thunder pitchers. Crew Christensen will be on the mound for Desert Hills. It's going to be up to them and their defense to kind of shut these guys down a little bit like they did for 4 innings on Tuesday.
Now with that, we bring you into our Findlay Subaru pregame show and our keys to the game, and remind you that Findlay Subaru is working hard to be active in our community, and they have received the 2022 Subaru Love Promise Customer and Community Commitment Award. Now you can go reserve your new Subaru at Findlay Subaru. All right, Mark, keys to the game here. I think a big part of these two matchups are going to be pitching. Now you have Crew Christensen on one side for Desert Hills, and on the other side it's Coden Herman. Coden Herman has been really quite the ace at times here for Snow Canyon. I think for me, one of the keys to the game is he's just got to get in there and just do his thing.
Yeah, both pitchers have a good repertoire of pitches. I was talking to Coden Herman's dad and just talking to him about how Coden's doing and his arsenal of pitchers. I've known Coden for several years and been on some club teams with him and coached him and also just kind of been a parent as well when Landon played with Coden. And Coden's a really good pitcher. He's been taught by some really great coaches. You know, his fastball velocity is sitting around. He lives right around that 84, 85 miles per hour. He's got a dirty slider that the Thunder hitters are going to have to be ready for, and he's got a nice changeup as well. So he's got 3 nice pitches that he can lean on. Crew Christensen, his velocity as a sophomore sitting right around 87, 88. He can really throw some heat. Crew's focus needs to be on pounding the strike zone. He has a few too many walks, but if he just pounds that strike zone, makes these Warrior hitters, you know, square up the ball and make good contact, that's going to be a struggle for the Warriors if Crew can put those pitches together. He also has a changeup and a curveball as well. So it'll be interesting to watch these two pitchers go at it.
Absolutely. Now we will see, as you mentioned, of course, Desert Hills being the visiting team. They're going to be up to bat first. Cole DeCastro is going to be leading off. And that brings us here to our House of Jump starting lineup. So let's get the starting lineup out there for Desert Hills and their batting order here. So starting off, as I mentioned, Cole DeCastro, he's playing shortstop. You have Jace Fillmore on second. Kyler Terry batting third on third base. Hagen Reed on first base. Bo Wall is the DH. Landon Musgrave batting sixth out in left field. Titan Tate in right field batting seventh. And then Seth Wells in center field. Bottom of the lineup is Corbin Thompson, catcher for Desert Hills. And then, of course, as mentioned before, Crew Christensen on the mound.
Yeah, that's what the Thunder are going with. A few different changes that they're going with tonight. We'll talk about those on the other side here. Should we take a 3-minute break and go to the national anthem?
Let's do it. 3 minutes, and we will be back right after this here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org. First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
All right, welcome back to Snow Canyon High School. Now, that was a little longer break than we were expecting, but they decided to take some time to honor one of the teachers here that's been teaching for a while.
Yeah, Coach Rob Ward, he was actually at Dixie High School so long ago. I was at Dixie High School as a student when he started teaching. back in, I think he started over there about 1986. I could be wrong, right around in there though. Yeah, Coach Rob Ward.
So fresh.
They
you can still hear it sizzling.
they
I can hear it too.
Me too.
gave a ceremonial pitch
Grill.
to Rob Ward.
Right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Looks like we're having some.
Create your own relaxing,
I wouldn't mind a Jersey Mike's right now. We'll be looking for our Jersey Mike's sub of the game.
Furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with
Looks
no
like we're having
interest
some studio
financing.
issues or
Shop
something. You can't
Boulevard
hear us.
Home, because home is who we are.
There we go.
All right, well,
Now hopefully you can. There we go. Welcome back in here. So Boulevard Home, our main sponsor for tonight. I want to thank them for being a sponsor. They've been making your house a home for over 48 years. But yeah, as you mentioned, they were, they took some time, honor a teacher here, and again, not just any teacher, but someone who's been teaching for many, many, many years.
Rob Ward, I was actually a student at Dixie High School when he started his teaching career, so you know it was a long time ago, Caden.
Yeah. Well, let's get started here. Cole DeCastro stepping into the Bucks brand beef batter's box. Swinging at the first pitch. It's a bouncer over to shortstop, picked up by Crew Sechrist, over to first base in time for the out.
Nice play by Sechrist. Charged the ball. Still wasn't able to get that grounder on the big hop. That was a great play with that short hop. Made it look easy. Nice play by the shortstop for the Warriors, Crew Sechrist.
So a one pitch, one out start to this game, bringing up Jace Fillmore, second base for the Thunder. This one hit high and deep into center, going back on it. Sam Lindsay caught it right at the edge of the warning track.
Jace is like, where's the wind? He goes, I got it up there. And looking at those flags, there's just a little slight movement to them. But earlier, they were kind of standing erect out there. And I think Jace is thinking, where did that wind go? Because he probably has a double or a triple off the wall if it was 45 minutes ago.
Had he hit that out towards one of the foul lines, that might have had a chance right there.
Yeah, if he'd have pulled it a little bit, it would have been would have had a chance for sure.
Two pitches in here to Kyler Terry, looking at a 1-1 count now with 2 outs, no one on. Third pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 2.
Bounces one in front of the plate on that one. I love that pitch with a 1-2 count. Love that pitch. Maybe not with a 1-1 count.
Fouling it away right back towards the dugout, reaching for that one in the dirt.
Again, another great pitch by Herman, and a really nice job by Kyler Terry to foul that ball off, just get a piece of it. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to see one in the dirt again. Oh, he goes right down the middle.
Got him looking.
I think Kyler was thinking what I was thinking, maybe something a little off speed or maybe getting him to chase, and he went with the fastball right down the middle. I think it caught him off guard.
So that wraps it up in the top of the first inning with an SNS Mechanical strikeout, getting Kyler Terry looking. Guess what? There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitches.
That's
a 6-pitch top of the first.
That is a very efficient first inning.
Absolutely. All right, we will take a break here, and we will come right back with the bottom of the first inning coming up here in just 30 seconds.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
We welcome you back in here to the bottom of the first inning from Snow Canyon High School. Scoreless through the top of the first. Of course, only, like I mentioned before, a 6-pitch top of the first inning. I want to take this moment to thank some of our sponsors here. Udi & Associates, House of Jump, Rally Stop, Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Bin Blasters, Jason Baum with Bay Equity Home Loans, UFirst Credit Union, and Morgan Pest Control. We're going to be looking to give away some awards here tonight, looking for our Playmaker Play of the Game, brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Morgan Pest Control, maybe one of those defensive plays of the game, and also a Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. So stick around for those coming up in the post-game show.
Yeah, so here we go. Crew Christensen on the bump for the Thunder. Again, his velocity for a sophomore is well, actually, even for a senior would be quite impressive. But as a sophomore, he lives in that 86, 87 mile per hour velocity. He does have a changeup and a curve. So Warrior hitters, he will try to keep off balance. There's a fastball right down the middle for a strike.
And in the Bucks Brand Beef batter box right now is Mikhail Swenson.
How did that roll off the tongue, Caden?
I got it there.
Yes, you did.
It's a lot of B's in a row, I'll tell you that. You get 5 B words in a row.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Warriors are in their white pins with Unity is their jerseys tonight, their home jerseys. Unity on the back of every single jersey. Kind of cool to see that. The Thunder are in their black pins.
Yeah, we got a pinstripe against pinstripe here. Pass ball there, and it's a 1-1 count here to Swenson.
Boy, those flags are just dead out there in right center field. It's a perfect night for a baseball.
Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Right as you say that, they decided to blow around.
Yeah,
a little bit
well,
out
you
there.
know, that's the old broadcaster's jinx, right?
Yeah. Here's the pitch. And fouled away. Those foul balls brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await.
Thank you, Cache Valley, for being one of our great sponsors. I love what Crew's doing here. He has been in the zone on most pitches, so I like what he's doing. He's challenging these Warrior hitters. That must have just been off the plate.
Yep, let that one go outside. 2 apiece now. Still no outs here in the bottom. Swung on, and it's grounded right to shortstop, across, and for the out.
Yeah, he took a little bit off that one. Mikhail Swenson actually had some pretty good contact on it, even though it was off speed. But it was just enough off speed that it was just rolled over on it, and routine ground ball to Cole DeCastro short.
Brings up Cruz Sechrist, shortstop. He had that nice play to end the inning. I believe it was to end the inning. Yeah. No, to start the inning. Excuse me. To start the inning. And to start the ball game. Looks at the first one for a strike.
I really like how Cruz throwing the ball right now. Both pitchers really coming out and challenging the hitters.
And impressive, again, as you mentioned, for a sophomore pitcher. I mean, you wouldn't look at him and think, hey, he's pitching like a sophomore. Inside, it's ball 1.
A little off speed on that one, just off the inside corner. But I like what he's doing with changing speeds, keeping these Warrior hitters guessing.
High for ball 2.
High heat right under the chin. Yeah, those flags are blowing a little bit more out there now, Caden.
Yeah, the kind of hit or miss right now on the breeze. It's here sometimes, it's gone the next. Another off-speed pitch. Just a little too far inside for a ball.
Yeah, must have just been off the plate. Really a good pitch, though.
Yeah, now again, kind of from our angle here, we're sitting off the first base line, so we don't have the behind the plate views. That one's high for ball 4.
Yeah, free bag.
Ryder Harrison makes his way up to the plate. He's been hitting the ball well this year. We'll see what he can do here tonight. batting in the third spot.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I was out here with Devin Dixon and against Cedar, Snow Canyon Cedar, and he put 2 over the fence that night. So it's definitely a hitter the crew has to pay attention to and hit his spots, because he can make you pay. One swing of the bat, it could be 2-0. So he's got to be careful.
Yeah. Checks the runner over at first, and he's back safely and easily. Now again, 1 out here in the bottom of the first, scoreless. Facing the third batter of the lineup. Little low, it's ball.
You know, we're learning a little bit more about this umpire strike zone this inning than we did the top, because there was only 8 pitches thrown in the top half of the first. The bottom half of the first, crew's thrown a little bit more, and looks like this umpire's zone is a little bit of a smaller zone for sure.
A little tight. Ball 2 there, 2-0 count.
He really needs to go after him here. You don't want to put a runner on second in scoring position. You don't want to give it to him.
And he gets it in there, got him looking for strike 1.
That's a good approach, though, by Harrison. You know, with him and crew, he had probably thrown maybe 4 or 5 straight balls. So a nice approach by Ryder to see a strike before he swings.
Crew throws back to first and gets back well in time. Ball thrown a little too far away for the first baseman to even attempt any sort of out.
Hagen Reed down there at first base for the Thunder, really quick hands, because that ball could have gotten away very quickly. Because that was a throw for pickoff. That wasn't just to let you know that you're there.
Hit right down the first base line. Did it stay fair? They're going to say it did.
Yeah, solid contact. Hagen Reed, the first baseman, knocked it down, but he knocked it away from him. He wasn't able to grab it in the webbing. It kind of got away from him a little farther, so there was no play to be made anywhere. Everybody's safe, first and second.
Brings up Sam Lindsay, again, another one of those great hitters that we're seeing, not even just in Region 10, but across the state. Leads the entire state right now in home runs with 10 on the season.
Yeah, Sam's always been a power bat in the order. Even when he was 12 and 13 years old,
curveball in there for strike 1 to Sam Lindsay to start things off.
He would normally be in that 4 or 5 hole for the club teams that we played on with Sam. Always been a nice power bat.
Maybe that was that nasty slider we were talking about, actually. That had a good vertical drop to it. So probably was that slider. They're saying, you said it was it his dad that was saying?
No, it was Colden's dad, Colden Herman's dad.
Okay, I'm going to say that was a good off-speed pitch. That one was just well placed out low and away. Sam went chasing, and it's strike 2, 0-2 count.
Now, I'd be surprised if this next pitch is in the zone. I would love to see him bounce this right in front of the plate, or even go high. High heat would also be a good choice, but it has to be high.
They're going high the way the catcher's standing. Oh, and instead he gets it a little lower, and it's fouled away.
And see, that caught way too much of the zone for my liking.
And it was a little bit of a slower pitch there. I don't know if he's going for a changeup.
Well, it was, and I really do think that he, you know, the correct pitch on that is to bounce that in front of the plate. He caught way too much of the zone for an 0-2 count. He caught way too much of the zone. He needs to be a little bit more careful on that, because Sam Lindsay will make you pay if you make another mistake.
Yeah,
he missed that one.
He'll send that into the left center gap. Now that one away and outside, it's ball 1.
I like the fact that he's being careful with him, but he did make that one mistake that Sam missed. Just don't make that mistake again if you're rooting for the Thunder. If you're rooting for the Warriors, you're like, yeah, throw that meatball over the plate. Let Sam get another shot at it.
And fouled away again.
Nice little battle here.
Again, that foul ball brought to you by Cache Valley Bank, one of our amazing sponsors for tonight's game. Now, runners on first and second here with only one out. Sam Lindsay at the plate. And again, a runner in scoring position. This is good territory right now for Snow Canyon.
And this is really where you have to trust your catcher behind you, too.
A bit of a hopper just out of play over to the third baseman. And so Sam Lindsay heads back to the batter's box, and he'll try again.
That was a big high bounce that Kyler Terry got down at third base, but he was about 2 steps in foul territory.
Now, had that gone fair, that's a great opportunity for the Thunder. You have a chance at a double play there to get yourselves out of an inning, but it was 1 foot away from being fair.
Yeah, and Kyler does have a really strong arm down there at third, so it was definitely a double play was in the works.
Here's the pitch, and it's away. Runners go. Looking at third, and not there in time. Runners advance to second and third. One of those pass balls you just would hope to get back there if you're the Thunder. And by the way, pass balls brought to you by UD & Associates, your local American Family Insurance Agency here in St. George.
Well, and that's one of those pitches I just got done saying, you know, as a pitcher, you've really got to trust your catcher back there. Mostly for those off-speed pitches that fall in front of the plate. That was just a fastball
way too far away.
Corbin Thompson had no chance at trying to block.
Two and two's the count here again to Sam Lindsay, who's probably sitting at about 9 pitches right now in this at bat.
Yeah, it's up there. There's been 3 or 4 foul balls.
I can think of 3 foul balls on top of the 4, because he had 2 strikes on him immediately and then started fouling some away. Now it's a full count.
Yeah, he's worked it. You know, like you just said, Caden, he started off with an 0-2 count. He's worked it back to a full count.
So getting right around 9 or 10 pitches right now.
Really a nice at-bat for Sam Lindsay, regardless of the result here.
And swung on, missed, strikeout.
Yeah, nice pitch by Crew Christensen. Got him to chase. Obviously, Sam was looking for something else. And I think he had already made up his mind that he was swinging. And Crew off speed, outside corner, got him chasing.
That brings up Hayden Smith, catcher here tonight for the Warriors, with now 2 outs on the board. Runners in scoring positions on second and third. Can the Thunder hold on here through the bottom of the first, keep it scoreless? Let's find out.
Crew's really trying to work out of this little trouble that he got himself into. That pitch is high for ball 1. The Sechrist is on by a walk, and Ryder got on by a ground ball hit to Hagen Reed. That could have, I didn't look to see if that was scored as a hit or an error.
I didn't look either. My guess would be an error, but it's now a 2-0 count.
Yeah, it looks like
they just give him the hit.
Yeah, they gave him a hit.
All right. I didn't score it as an error originally, so maybe I'm glad I didn't put that E next to him. Popped up, heading towards the right field line, out of play maybe?
Yeah, foul ball.
It goes out of play. It's tough to see over there. There's a building blocking our view of the right field line a little bit, so it's kind of tough for us to really see where those are ending up. But, yep, it ends up just foul, and we will reset here. Hayden Smith now facing a 2-1 count.
All 3 Thunder players hustling. The first baseman, Hagen Reed, Jace Fillmore, the second baseman, and Titan Tate out there in right. All of them gave a big-time chase for it.
I like when the second baseman even goes for it. He's like, I got nothing to lose, too.
Well, and he normally has the best angle on that.
Yeah, especially if he's playing back a little bit. Here's the pitch. Line drive right through the middle. That's going to bring in 2 runs. It's rolling all the way back to the wall. Rounds first, going to second. And he'll easily have himself a stand-up double. Throw an RBI next to it as well, bringing those 2 runs around.
Yeah, 2 of them. Count 2 of those RBIs there, Caden. Yeah, he squared that pitch up, and it went to the wall fast. Line drive. Nobody had a chance on that play. Nice hit.
Damon Entz now stepping up to the plate. He's playing second tonight here for the Warriors. And again, now with another runner in scoring position out there on second, the Warriors looking to get a rally stop, 2-out rally runner here in the bottom of the first.
Let's see if Damon Entz can stay hot. He played really well.
Great pitch by Christensen. Gets it in there.
Off
for
speed.
strike one.
Yeah, off speed, starting him off. But Damon Entz went 3 for 4 on Tuesday, so he's feeling it right now. Let's see if he can continue it against this sophomore righty.
Christensen checking the runner over there at second. The pitch inside, it's ball one.
Damon Entz, lefty. So we got a righty-lefty matchup here. Damon Entz bats left, throws right.
Another line drive right past the outstretched hand of the shortstop. That's going to bring a run around from second going home, and he'll be there safely. An RBI single for Damon Entz.
Yeah, again, this this Warrior offense kind of jumping on the team early.
Brings up Talon Kelly now.
Looks like Carter's going to come out and have a little visit. Coach Carter's going to come out and have a little visit with Crew Christensen and the infield. Looks like they're going to join him. Actually, he said, yeah, go back to your spots. I just want to talk to the pitcher and the catcher. The infielders always want to get in on that conversation.
I want to know what you guys are talking about.
But sometimes that pitching coach, he just says, no, get back. I'm just out here to talk to the pitcher and the catcher.
Now again, a 2-out rally going on right now, brought to you by Rally Stop. After the game, no better place to refuel than Rally Stop. Swing on in today and see what they have. Now this, again, Talon Kelly getting ready to face off here. Batting 7th in the lineup. And Crew Christensen back on the mound, ready to rock and roll.
Well, Entz is still swinging it. Again, he had a hot night Tuesday night going 3 for 4, and tonight now he's 1 for 1 with an RBI. So Entz is feeling pretty comfortable in that batter's box.
Outside, it's ball one. Now that's what you want that from the guys in that 6 and lower spot anyways, right? You want someone that can help take you back around to the top of the inning. So having him in the 6th spot and swinging the bat as well as he has over the last couple of games is exactly what you're looking for right now in the Warriors lineup.
Well, and not every team has that luxury where they have hitters 1 through 9. Warriors is one of them. Mustangs are another team that just have that luxury that the 7, 8, 9 hole hitters are good hitters as well.
Swinging at that one, missing. It's 2-1 count now to Talon Kelly.
And I still like what Crew Christensen is doing on the mound. He is challenging these hitters right now. He's just losing the challenge. A couple of these Warrior hitters have really kind of squared him up and taken advantage of a walk and what could have been a hit or an error on Hagen Reed.
Well hit into center field, going back on it and making the play for out number 3.
Yeah, Seth Wells tracked that one pretty well. It hit to just about to the warning track. He had a little bit more space to go, but yeah, nice catch by Seth Wells.
And with that brings up the end of the first inning. We'll take a minute break and bring you the second inning when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org. First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
It's the top of the second inning here, and the Warriors have taken the field, bringing up Hagen Reed here for the Thunder.
Little update across town as well over at Crimson Cliffs. Crimson Cliffs up on Dixie right now 2-0, and they are still threatening. There's 2 outs, bases loaded for the Mustangs, so they're looking to put even more than 2 on the board. We'll keep you updated on that game.
That is our stats today, brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors. We'll keep you updated on other stats and looking back at other games across the region as well. Now already facing a 1-1 count here for Hagen Reed. Swinging at that one and missing for strike 2.
Now Reed's been swinging the bat pretty well for the Thunder. He struggled a little bit last game, but he has been swinging a pretty good bat for the Thunder. He's a very aggressive hitter.
Line drive into left. That's going to get down and be a base hit. And he'll stay right there at first.
On cue right there, right, Caden?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has been swinging it well for the Thunder, and his approach is be aggressive early in the count. See if the Thunder can kind of put something together here with 1 on, no out. 3-0 Warriors here in the top of the second. Thunder didn't get any in the top of the first. Warriors put 3 in the bottom of the first, and here we are.
A little low and outside here to Bo Wall, who has stepped up. He's batting DH here tonight for the Thunder.
Bo's a big, strong kid. Looking at him, you wouldn't think he's a sophomore, but he is a sophomore. He's a big, strong athlete.
Ooh, high heat and turning away from that for ball 2.
Most likely the starting quarterback for the Desert Hills Thunder next year.
I would assume so. Played a lot of minutes at quarterback this last year. On a 2-0 count, he lets the off-speed pitch come right in for strike 1.
Which is smart. I'd let that pitch go again if he throws it, even if it's for a strike. I'm hunting fastballs, Caden.
I don't blame you.
I'm looking for fastballs. I'm getting something I can drive.
And there's that fastball.
Oh, Bo.
Didn't take it. It's 2-2 count.
That's what we're looking for, Bo.
Fastball a little high and tight, but you got to take those when they're given to you. Here's the pitch from Herman, and it is hit into right, going back on it and making the catch, looking to throw the runner down at first, but he gets back in time. Great catch there by Mikhail Swenson.
Yeah, Bo Wall went oppo. Went with the pitch. Just the only thing I would tell him going back to the dugout is don't change anything but the direction.
Yeah, had that been a gapper, that's a good spot for it. He might have found himself standing on second base with that. High to Landon Musgrave, who now steps up to the plate.
Musgrave, lefty. Looks like the Warriors are playing him kind of shallow on the corners here because he can lay down the bunt. They certainly know that, so.
A little high again, and that's ball 2. 1 out here in the top of the second, runner on first, and this is our third batter here in the lineup.
These 2 ex-teammates, both Coden Herman and Landon Musgrave. Ex-teammates. They played a lot of club ball together.
Did they play just this last offseason together?
Not this, a tiny bit, but I can't remember if Coden played in this past summer or not. I'm getting a shake from the head from Macy, so no, he did not play this past summer with Lando, but a lot of games from like 12 to about 15, 16.
Oh, and ball gets away. They're trying to back pick the runner on first, and the ball gets away, and that'll put Hagen Reed on second. And now Musgrave's going to be facing a 3-1 count here, now with a runner in scoring position. This is exactly what you're looking for if you're the Thunder, to maybe try to make something happen with only one out on the board.
Yeah, a 3-1 count, you're still a hitter's count, so Landon can still be looking for a fastball to drive. If he doesn't like what he sees, he can let it go and no harm done. But 3-1 count, it's still his count. Let's see what Herman does here.
Herman with the pitch. Got it in there for strike 2. Mark the count full. You can tell Musgrave wanted that one back.
Yeah, that's a pitch inside corner, lefty. He just wasn't ready. He should have been ready to pull the trigger because he could have pulled that ball and got some power behind it. Now you just got to go with the pitch wherever it is.
And swung on, missed. That's strike 3.
Good swing. I always told my players as kids, you come back to the dugout swinging, you won't hear a word from me, but you come back and you look at that third strike, you're going to get a little talking to.
Trust me, my dad said the same thing to me.
Oh, yeah.
If it's going to be a strike anyways, you might as well swing at it, right?
That's right.
Hit over to third.
Short hop.
Grounded and thrown over to first in time. That was Titan Tate off one pitch.
Yeah, Tank Kelly with, again, very similar to Cruz Sechrist's ground ball that Cole DeCastro hit in the first inning. He just wasn't able to charge it enough to get that big hop, but it made a nice play on that short hop and then a nice throw over to first.
So Desert Hills remains scoreless through the top of the second. Into the bottom of the second we go here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around after this break.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
I'd like to thank one of our new sponsors here for our Region 10 Athletics, Mountain Land Supply, featuring Bryant, Southern Utah's premier heating and cooling systems for your home or commercial property. Bryant, whatever it takes.
All right, well, Hafen is getting due to step into the left-handed batter's box. Man, I love lefties.
Yep, Hafen is batting designated hitter here tonight. 8th in the lineup for Snow Canyon. Starting things off here in the second. First pitch is away for a ball 1. Snow Canyon up right now, 3 runs to nothing. They're sitting on 3 hits to 1. So they're really getting it done without having to put too many hits on the board. Again, that one walk really became trouble there for the Thunder.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty efficient. 3 runs on, what'd you say, how many hits?
3 runs on 3 hits.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You'll take that.
That's good efficiency.
High and away, it's a 3-0 count.
You know, with the Snow Canyon field here, with the baselines being turf, the home plate area being turf, other than being a little closer to first base, not much of an advantage being a left-handed hitter here. You know, normally you get those dirt fields and the right-handed batter's box, you're a foot down in the ground.
Yeah. And that's ball 4.
And the left-handed batter's box is always nice and clean, and you know, you don't get sunk down there 6 inches.
You know, I was always envious of the lefties when I played, because the field that I played on, it was divots. It was always bad.
Yeah.
And felt like, yeah, you were playing about a whole 6 inches shorter than you normally would be, just because of just being a righty.
Yeah, but
those divots.
Really a nice field here. I love the mixture of the turf and the natural grass.
Yeah, me too.
The mound is turf. Everything around home plate. The baselines up to first base and up to third base.
Looking to get that runner over on first. He's back safely. This is Braden Loveland up to bat, rounding out the lineup for Snow Canyon. And remember, that lineup is brought to you by House of Jump. Got it in there for a strike, and that's what you want right there. First strike of the inning after walking in a 4-pitch walk. So try to get that confidence back a little bit.
It's always much better as a pitcher to work ahead in the count than behind in the count. That way you can throw your pitches where you want them to throw them.
A little tight for ball 1. 1-1 count.
Last time we were out here with Snow Canyon and Cedar, Loveland also hit a dinger.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 1 through 9. All of these hitters can square it up, and
yeah, they can send it.
Yep.
Low and away. 2-1 count here to Loveland. We got ourselves a souvenir. Softball coming over.
Yeah, softball from the Lady Warriors and Lady Thunder, just 80 yards away from us, 100 yards away from us, playing some softball.
Again, looking at that runner over on first and back in time.
Well, he would love to erase that mistake, that 4-pitch walk. He would love to get him leaning a little bit and try to erase that mistake.
Fouled away by Loveland. It is a 2-2 count here. Still no outs. Runner on first in a 3-0 ball game with Snow Canyon on top of the Thunder.
Pitching taboos 101. Leadoff walks.
Yeah.
And 2 out walks.
Especially when that leadoff walk turns into a run.
And
definitely don't want to be seeing that.
And I'll bet 70 to 80% of the time they do.
Runner goes. The ball was in the dirt. The catcher, had he caught it cleanly, maybe could have made a play on it. But instead, you know.
It was off speed. He wouldn't have had a shot at him.
So that's full count now here to Braden Loveland. Swenson on deck right now. He had a grounder to shortstop, his first at bat. And that's a walk. So you get 2 walks in a row here at the bottom of the lineup to bring us right back to the top of the lineup with Mikhail Swenson.
And see, to me, I think of those as errors. Those are just like errors, those free passes. And it's something that I always talk to pitchers about. You know, make them earn it. Even if you throw it right down the middle and they line drive it for a single, hey, they earned it. But here's the deal. Most of the time, Caden, and we've talked about this on our show From the Bleachers from 4 to 6, Monday through Friday. Shameless plug.
Good plug, yeah, good plug.
You know, I've talked to him before, and it's even if you put one down the middle and a hitter hits it, they're going to get out 6 times out of 10, maybe even 7 times out of 10. When you throw 4 balls, 100% of the time, they get to go down to first base. So I'm always surprised.
Pitch to contact, right?
Yeah, pitch to contact. And if they earn it, tip your cap to them and say, nice hit. But you got to give yourself a chance and give your team a chance, man. The free passes are again, just something I always talk about with Landon and really any other pitcher that will listen to me. He has to listen to me, so I always tell him.
Well, we do have ourselves a pitching change out there. That's brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in southern Utah. Go to netsonfire.org. Now, Jace Fillmore is up there getting warmed up right now.
Yeah, sophomore. He was at second base. He's got some pretty good stuff. He struggles with wildness sometimes with a lot of walks, but I've also seen him where he pounds the zone and gets a lot of outs.
So with Jace moving over to pitcher, that is going to take Crew Christensen, and they're going to throw him over on second and just do an easy little switcheroo there.
Yeah.
As Fillmore continues to get warmed up here. And looks like catcher's going to go out there and have a little bit of a word with him. So
he probably just wants to get straight with the signals.
With calls.
With
yeah.
calls.
Yeah.
Give him a little tap on the butt.
So
wish him good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Just say, let's get it. Let's close it out right here. So again, this is Mikhail Swenson that is up to bat here. He made a good play in right field to close out the inning. And now he's at bat here, 0 for 1. Now with a runner on second and first. Still no outs here. Fillmore, it's away. Pass ball. That'll advance the runners.
And again, that just doesn't do yourself any favors. It takes all the force out. There's no double play in play now, really. Not the traditional double play. So, again, just kind of a mental error. And just giving free bases away.
Well hit again, right to shortstop. They're going to make the play over at first and let the run score. You take the out when you can get the out.
Well, one pitch, if you know, one pitch before, that's a double play ball.
Yep.
But again, just that mental mistake of throwing in the dirt, letting those runners advance, takes the force off, takes the double play out, and that was a perfect double play ball. But they do get the one out.
Yeah, it's a sacrifice there. You take the RBI, right, and let the run score. Now that puts one run out there on third, one out, and bringing up Crew Sechrist.
Across town, it's Crimson 3, Dixie 1. And Dixie still up to bat. They got runners on first and third. We'll keep you up to date on that with 2 outs. Sampson's on the mound for the Mustangs. Braxton Yates up to bat for the Flyers. We'll keep you up to date.
Again, those Region 10 updates brought to you by UFirst Credit Union. You can find them over on Bluff Street here in St. George. Reset here. Coach came to fix some catcher's gear.
I would probably have the infield in to try to cut down that run if there was a ground ball. Just due to the fact that, man, just you're already down 4-0. You want to try to minimize this damage that the Warriors are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Good pitch.
Yeah, nice off-speed pitch there by Fillmore. It's a 1-1 count here to Sechrist. Again, one out runner on third.
Yeah, with nobody on first, I mean, I just don't know why the infield's not playing in to try to cut that runner down at third if he tries to go.
Well hit right into the gap in front of right field.
Wouldn't have mattered.
Trying to make that play at first, which I like the idea of it. It wasn't in time. It does score a run. So it's an RBI single for Crew Sechrist. Brings up Ryder Harrison. He singled his first at bat and made it all the way back around to score for the first run. Or excuse me, the second run of the game, followed right behind Crew Sechrist, who had walked his first at-bat.
5-0 right now here. We're in the bottom of the second. Warriors on top. We're over here at beautiful Snow Canyon Field. It's a great night to watch some baseball.
Yeah. A little bit of a breeze pushing it out to left field. Low and at the feet there of Ryder Harrison for ball one.
Pitching coach, Coach Carter, came out and said something to Corbin Thompson, the catcher. Looks like they're flashing signs now.
Trying to check the runner over there on first, see if he caught him sleeping while they were giving the signs away.
Jace does have a nice little move over there. He's pretty quick on that rotation.
It's a little easier for those righties to get that pickoff at first, too. It's a little bit of an easier motion as that one's fouled away by Harrison for a 1-1 count now. Yeah, the lefties have to work a little bit for that toss to first.
And see, I think it's just the opposite.
You think so?
Where they can just stare him down.
Now, if they're in the stretch, do you think in the stretch a lefty can get it?
Oh, that's a nice hit.
Right over the bag on first. That's going to bring a run all the way around to third, leave him on first base. Great hit to advance a runner there by Ryder Harrison.
Yeah, the only time they're going to pitch from the windup when there's somebody on is if bases are loaded. But if there's runners on first and second, they'll throw from the stretch, and
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, Warriors really looking to add more damage to this again. They're up 5-0 here, bottom of the second. 1 out, 2 on. Runners on first and third. Fillmore's trying to get his buddy Crew. His damage is done, and now it's on Jace, though.
Well hit. Shallow left. That brings in 1 run and advance a runner over to second. Taking this score up now 6-0.
Yeah, again, this Warrior team, I've been saying it since the first time I saw them hit a couple of weeks ago against Cedar. This Warrior offense is stacked. They're aggressive in the strike zone, and they know how to square up balls.
Hayden Smith now at bat with runners on first and second. Still only 1 out, and the first pitch looks at for a ball.
Great scenario here for Philly would be to induce a ground ball and try to get a double play and get off the field.
Off speed for strike 1. Leaves it at a 1-1 count here for Hayden Smith, who his last at bat had that 2-run RBI double. Get the first runs on the board.
And that wind now is blowing directly out.
Yeah, take it right out to center. High pitch. That's about 2 feet over the batter's head.
And I know Jace Fillmore is focused on his pitching right now, but he's wondering probably, where was that wind in that first swing of the bat, the game for me? That wind would have been helpful.
Fouled away. 2-2 count now. 2 runners on, 1 on first, 1 on second. Again, still 1 out here with 6-0 ball game in favor of Snow Canyon. Looking to see if they can continue to add more onto it here in the bottom of the second inning. Little high again, and working the count full for Hayden Smith.
Boy, they've been patient hitters. We've only really seen a couple of Snow Canyon Warrior hitters chase. Sam Lindsay was one of them, but they don't chase a lot.
Fouled away, staying alive. Foul ball is brought to you by Cache Valley Bank.
Nice little battle here.
And we're looking for one of those bin blasters blasts of the game, and I feel like we're right on the verge of that. It feels like we're close. We just haven't had anything that's landed yet. As this one popped up high. It's coming down right around the second base bag, and it drops in. But the thing is now runners didn't move. So runners didn't move, and it was fair.
Infield fly rule probably should have come into play, but I never saw an umpire make the signal.
That infield umpire might have.
As a runner, there's nothing you can do on that. And maybe he did call it on the field.
Yeah, he must have called it out there.
Because you're right, they weren't even flinching or even attempting to go. But that gets them to 2 outs now.
That off-speed pitch seems to be catching a lot of people off guard. He's caught a few strikes looking to a few different of these Warriors here on that pitch. It's Damon Entz up to bat right now.
He's 1 for 1.
Yeah, RBI single in the first inning.
4 for 5 over his last 5 at-bats.
And that's an impressive stat. Fouls this one away. It's an 0-2 count. You're happy to be 4 for 10. I'll take 4 for 5.
Sure. 4 for 5. Yeah, absolutely.
This one again fouled away.
Fouling it up by the parents over on the grassy hill here at Snow Canyon.
One thing I love about this field is that there's plenty of room for people to just put out the camp chairs on the hill up there. Have a nice seat.
It is kind of nice.
That'll be ball number 1 right there.
The only thing that I wonder about is getting all the parents mixed up there, because there's Warrior Nation up there. There's Thunder family up there.
Because it is behind the Thunder.
You get a couple of dads that might be a little frisky, and
maybe they don't integrate very well. Line drive right out the right field line. It lands fair. It's bringing runners around from second, and the runner will stay at third. Now, that's an RBI double.
Entz is really swinging it so well right now for the Warriors. Now Tank Kelly up for the Warriors, and he's been swinging it for the Warriors. And, really I could say that to every single Warrior that steps into the batter's box.
100%.
Just with how well they're swinging it.
7-0 now, with the Warriors continuing to extend this lead here in the bottom of the second. High pitch, not a lot of movement on it. It stays high for ball 1. This is the last batter of the lineup before we reach back to where we started with Corbin Hafen. So Talon Kelly batting 9th here in the second inning.
Yeah.
Ball 2.
And then you get into the, once you start the lineup over again, if you made that first out, you don't want to make the third out.
Yeah.
Boy, your teammates are really razz you.
And it's a grounder. Is going to hit a gap, and it does. That brings in 1 run. Can another one score? They're going for it easy. He's up there for 2 runs. And he finds his way over to second base as the throw goes home. So Talon Kelly with an RBI single, but advances to second. 2 runs.
And again, Titan Tate, really no chance to get him out at home. Really just probably thought he should have went to his cutoff man and not tried to throw him out, because there's really literally no chance. And it just gets out of, again, gives a free base to the Warriors.
Puts a runner in scoring position. You just let that run come in, because if this ends up, in a position where you can bring around that run from second, then, you're in a tough spot here. So 9-0 for the Warriors in the bottom of the second here. Long second inning with 6 runs scored so far.
The Warriors are like, welcome to the west side, Desert Hills. Because they're really putting it on them right now. 9-0 right now. Bottom of the second still. They put 6 here in the bottom of the second. They put 3 in the bottom of the first.
A well-hit shot out in right center. Off the top of the wall. Brings that run around from second. He's going to have himself a double. Sliding in safe to second base.
Well, they're just having fun out there right now, Caden. Everything's a watermelon coming in, and they're just squaring it up, hitting the gaps, hitting the holes. Nothing the Thunder can do about these hits.
Another conference up at the mound. Jace Fillmore hands the ball off to coach, and he'll tap out of this one and bring in another pitcher. So let's step away for a minute as we will have another pitching change. So in 1 minute, we'll be right back with you here on the Fan Sports Network to wrap up the second inning.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
So we got ourselves a pitching change. Brought to you again by Nets on Fire. This is our second pitching change here for the Thunder already in just the second inning alone. Now, this is Kaysen Turner up on the mound here for the Thunder to try to wrap things up. 2 outs, 10 runs have scored total. In this inning alone, though, we've seen 7 come across home plate.
Yeah, and Kaysen Turner has some really good stuff.
He's got a good curveball there. I'm watching him.
It's one of the filthiest in southern Utah. Kaysen doesn't have a lot of velocity, so you know when he doesn't throw that for strikes, or if that curveball or that nasty stuff isn't breaking as much as he wants it to, he can get hit pretty hard. But he's got some of the nastiest stuff in Region 10.
Now that's going to bring up Braden Loveland. His last at-bat, he walked, made his way all the way around to score. So far, he 0 for 0.
Mm-hmm.
Just a reminder, runner on second, 2 outs. This one fouled away for an 0-1 count here to Braden Loveland. Stats today are brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors. If you want to reach your financial goals, you can visit adamswealthadvisors.com. Again, that breeze kind of pushing left center. This is definitely a batter's breeze out there tonight.
So our next batter, Swenson, he is the one that made the first out of this inning. So we'll keep an eye on that if he gets an opportunity. Again, just listen to these players down here. If he is the one that makes the first and third out, they will harass him big time.
1-1 count now. There's some of that filth that you were talking about. Broke right in there for strike 2.
Yeah, on most nights, his stuff will break a lot. It's just those times where it doesn't break that much. You can see that he doesn't have a lot of velocity. So a lot of hitters will take advantage of that when it doesn't break as much as he wants it to.
Pitch high, fastball for ball 2. It's 2-2 count now to Braden Loveland.
Kason Turner's a senior. Thunder have 7 seniors on this team.
Late swing.
Kason
for
pumped up
strike
coming off the mound,
3.
too. He liked that one.
Yeah, good strikeout there to Braden Loveland to round out the second inning, but not before 7 more runs get on the board. It's 10-0 here as we make our way to the top of the third inning when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Here we go into the top of the third inning. Desert Hills has to try to dig themselves out of this hole here. It's 10-0 on the board with the Warriors leading through a wonderful second inning if you're Warriors fans, and a treacherous second inning if you are Thunder fans. But let's see what they can do here. Coming into the lineup right now, Seth Wells, who is yet to hit the batter's box tonight. Only so far we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters.
Yeah,
come
you
through
know, the Warriors have been through the.
Yep, hits it over to second base, routine over to first for out number 1.
The Warriors have been through the lineup a couple of times, and Thunder barely getting to their 9th hitter right here with Corbin Thompson stepping into the box. It's going to be a tough task to climb back into this game, especially with Colton Herman on the mound. He just got some really good stuff, and he looks really strong tonight.
Yeah, the first pitch here to Corbin Thompson comes across for strike 1. Pitch, good velocity on that one. That was a good looking pitch there for strike 2. Fastball down the middle.
And Coden's one of those pitchers that have been taught to get the ball and get right back in, get a nice rhythm.
Well hit out into center. Sam Lindsay trying to catch it. It's gone. A donut run, home run for Corbin Thompson over the center field wall.
Wow, it looked like Sam Lindsay. It looked like his first read was just to camp underneath it, but that ball just kept going and going.
Now, as a reminder for our radio listeners, this game is being streamed live over on the fansportsnetwork.com, where you can watch that home run yourself.
Yeah.
And watch the replay of it as well. So Corbin Thompson getting on the board with another donut run home run, and you could start your mornings over at Donut Run. Back to the top of the lineup. Check swing, he's safe, and that is ball 1 to Cole DeCastro.
It's just funny. I was watching Sam Lindsay, the center fielder for the Warriors, just his reaction to that fly ball, and it looked like he was just going to camp underneath it and catch it.
Well, that's what I was watching.
And then all of a sudden he turned and went, and that ball just traveled.
Yeah, I thought maybe, like, is it coming down? I don't think it's coming down, but It never did. Fouled away. It is 2-1 count now to Cole DeCastro. Well, if you're Desert Hills, you're happy to get on the board. You've now taken away the 10-run rule just by the 1 run for now.
Yeah, for now.
Granted, it's only the 3rd, so a lot can happen between now and the end of the 5th. High and away, it's ball 3. Castro finds himself in a good spot on the 3-1 count, and he sends one right center gap off the top of the wall. He's rounding for second. He's going to go for third, and he puts on the brakes. He could have made it too. It was a bad throw. He probably could have made it, but instead he'll be satisfied with the double.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. You're still in scoring position even at second base, especially with Cole's speed. And I think even with a good throw, he may have been safe at third. But again, you know, you're at second base, you're in scoring position, only 1 out, good hitters coming up behind you. You got your 2, 3, and 4 hitters.
And I'll take that as one of our Bim Blasters blasts of the game there.
And Corbin Thompson's blast of the game. Big blast,
both
blast
of them.
the game. And I'll tell you what a treat it is too. Have you ever had your garbage cans washed out?
I should.
Dude, it is a luxury that most people don't really know how awesome that is. When you take your garbage out, you open up your can, and it's clean. Smells like soap in there. I'm telling you what, it is a nice feature.
Hey, for $19.99 a month, you can get a subscription service. Just go to bimblasters.com and you can experience exactly what Mark's talking about.
Oh, it is so nice.
2-1 count now to Jace Fillmore. Man, a couple of times here, they're not quite communicating from the pitcher's mound to the catcher for some reason, so they go out and have a quick little conference.
See if Fillmore can kind of keep this little mini rally the Thunder have going.
It's high.
3-1 the count.
Fillmore in a familiar position to what Cole DeCastro just had. A 3-1 count here. Let's see what he can make of it. And it's high. The umpire not too happy about it as he got hit with that pass ball.
And Jace threw his bat so far over there, about took out Hagen Reed. Jace, be careful, bro.
We don't need those kind of injuries.
Yeah, the catcher missed that fastball that was a little high, and it went right off the umpire's mask. And now
a little conference on the mound.
Coach Lyon's going to go out and talk to his senior pitcher and kind of get him dialed back in, because he was cruising those first 2 innings, running into a little bit of trouble here in the top of the first. But, you know, no reason to get too stressed. I mean, you got a 10-1 lead right now.
Yeah, you take what you can get right now. Just.
And he's probably just out there saying, hey, you got a 10-1 lead. Go ahead and keep challenging these hitters.
Yep, just throw the ball over the plate. That's all we're asking right now. Hey, I just got a notification on Twitter that a quote from the Colorado Rockies owner says he's all in on Salt Lake getting a Major League Baseball team.
Oh, good.
So it's good to hear that other MLB teams are saying, yeah, let's do it. Let's get some expansion teams in here. Well, a quick conference on the mound is over, and we're reset here. This is Kyler Terry stepping into the Bucks brand beef batter's box. Well hit right back to the pitcher. looking to make a double play,
And they
got it.
Coden Herman deflected that ball. It went right to Damon Entz at second base, and they turned the double play on a hard hit ball by Kyler Terry.
That was an amazing play. One of those that's going to go down as a candidate for the AWP Playmaker Play of the Game. Amazing way to round out the inning here and send it into the bottom of the third. So with that, we'll take a minute break. More coming back here on the Fan Sports Network.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Freeway from the Bloomington Walmart, and stay tuned for the AWP Playmaker of the Game.
Back at it here on Boulevard, home game of the week from Snow Canyon High School, where the Warriors round out the top of the third in beautiful fashion, leaving only one run to come in off of a big home run bomb from the bottom of the lineup, too. Corbin Thompson gets one over the wall.
Yeah, again, we were watching Sam Lindsay play center field, and it looked like it was just going to be a lazy fly ball to him, but man, the ball just kept carrying and carrying. Before we knew it, it went over the top layer or the top level of that center field fence. Just a bomb by Corbin Thompson.
So now we reach again the top of the lineup for the Warriors here. It's Mikhail Swenson.
And again, they're up 10-1 right now. Nice, comfortable lead for the Warriors.
Inside, it's a ball one to Swenson to get things started here. And again, bottom of the third, and we're already in hour 15 into the game. So slower pace. That second inning really seemed to take us down a notch. The JV game before this one, they had to call it early. It was I want to say it was like 13-11 ball game.
That was the final score, 13-11 Warriors.
So a lot of runs coming in, makes for a slow ball game. They had to call it early to get this game ready to go. Now facing a 2-0 count here to Mikhail Swenson.
And at some point, maybe not this inning, but probably next inning, I would imagine the umpire strike zone probably gets a little bit wider.
Yeah, they'll try to speed it up a little bit.
Being that it's, with the score being what it is, 10-1 right now for the Warriors.
That's high. Ball three. Now, again, this is a similar situation to last inning that the Thunder don't want to be in, and that is get a leadoff walk here.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. And it is a walk. So Swenson finds his way on base for the first time tonight. He was 0 for 2 and gets on base with the walk.
And again, just one of those pitcher taboos, leadoff walks. You're just giving him a free base. I will say that Kaysen Turner was around the zone on pretty much all of those pitchers, at least 3 or 4 of them. But yeah, pitching taboo 101, man. Leadoff walks. They usually come back to haunt you.
Cruz Sechrist had a RBI single his last at bat. But right now, I mean, the first 5 pitches of this inning have been ball after ball.
There we go.
And he's got one. Yeah, that's one of those situations there for Sechrist where it's like, hey, you've pitched 5 balls in a row. I'm just going to stand here. I'm just going to wait. Wait until you throw me a strike.
It's the middle of the fourth over at Crimson Cliffs. They're up on Dixie 3-1. Give you an update across town.
Those updates brought to you by UFirst Credit Union.
And here we are 10-1. They're in the middle of the fourth, and we're in the bottom of the third.
So it's a 1-1 count. Sechrist steps out of the Buck brand beef batter's box. Now, if you want some homegrown Southern Utah beef, those are the guys to call. Write this number down, 435-644-2825. They'll get you hooked up on some beef. This one popped up and snagged by Jace Fillmore.
Nice play by the second baseman. Again, that's one of those plays that he has the best angle to catch that. And he used his speed and quickness. He got over there, got under it, and nice catch. Made it look easier than it was, that's for sure.
Very similar to the situation we saw earlier. It was a little further back and a little more foul, but like you mentioned, sometimes the second baseman is the one with the better angle on that play anyways. First base has to go straight back, and that's tough to judge distance sometimes when you're the one right under it, right? You like that angle to the ball.
Oh, yeah. I saw Freddie Freeman catch one the other night for the Dodgers. It was a very similarly hit ball down the first base line, pop up, foul, and he caught it over his shoulder like Willie Mays. It was a tough, tough play. So that is a tough play for the first baseman. Second baseman has a much better angle.
The pitch, it's sent way out into center. And it's gone. Ryder Harrison, 3 for 3 tonight. A single, and now a home run.
He is having a game for sure. Man, he just pummeled that ball. It goes over the second level fence out in left center field. Kind of went oppo a little bit with the lefty in the box. Yeah, great. Wow, what a hit.
He is now, I believe he is now tied with Sam Lindsay for the state record this season with 10 home runs.
Yeah, he's up there.
I think he was sitting at 9, so I believe him and Sam Lindsay are tied. Sam Lindsay now at bat. Can he get his title right back? That is now our second home run tonight.
Yeah.
Home runs brought to you by Donut Run.
Donut Run.
You'll find them off Brigham Road right by KB Express. Fouled away here by Sam Lindsay.
Their breakfast kolaches are certainly good.
Oh, I love me a good kolache.
Egg and sausage.
They also have some cereal topped donuts, which if you haven't tried those are always delicious. And your classics, your glazed, your maple bars, cake donuts, and more.
Blueberry cake has always been one of my favorites.
Low and in the dirt for Lindsay. It's a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Turner on the mound, you know, just gave up a big dinger to Harrison, just kind of settled back in. You know, the pitcher just needs to get his groove, throw his pitches.
And swung on the off speed a little too far ahead of there for Sam Lindsay. It's 1-2.
And that is definitely one of Kason Turner's pitches right there. So he is kind of settling in and going right back to work after giving up that 2-run shot.
Here's the pitch. And again, low in the dirt. So 2-2.
Trying to get him to chase. That's actually a really good pitch by Kason Turner. Even though it's a ball, that's a really good pitch by him. Just trying to get Lindsay to chase a little bit.
The pitch, again low. Full count here now to Sam Lindsay. And it's a grounder over to third. Fielded well and thrown over.
Nope.
Not quite there in time. They caught him out. Wow.
Ooh, a little bit of a gift by the umpire to the Thunder. I thought he beat that. But, and some people, you know, tell me I have Thunder goggles on, but even my Thunder goggles kind of saw that as maybe a safe play. Anyway, well, he was called out, and that's the umpire is the one that called him out, and he's the only one that matters.
Yep. All right, that brings up now Hayden Smith.
Terry did a great job cutting off that ball, but he looked like he had a little grip issue where he pumped it a couple of times.
Hit right towards the shortstop, throw over to first. Is there in time? That's out number 3. And that is the end of the third inning. We now head to the 4th, where Snow Canyon gets a couple more runs on the board. It's 12-1 here from Snow Canyon High School. More coming up next here on the Fan Sports Network.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Freddy's.
S&S Mechanical, plumbing, heating, and air, serving you for 40 years.
S&S Mechanical, your local Carrier dealer, has been serving Southern Utah since 1983. They're the team you know and trust for all of your HVAC and plumbing needs. Schedule a spring AC tune-up and save up to 50% on select services. The sooner you call, the more you save. And remember, if you have a plumbing or HVAC problem, just call S&S Mechanical, your Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
656-0511.
Here we go into the 4th inning. Desert Hills heading up into the batter's box. The Warriors again on the Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard. It's 12-1. And they look to hold off Desert Hills here through the 4th inning. If they can get through the next inning and a half, we'll call it there, but they have to keep it within 10. Or extend it past 10, I should say. Keep it extended past 10. Coming to the batter's box, Hagen Reed to lead off here in the 4th.
He's 1 for 1, had a nice little single, line drive single in the first or second. I think that would have probably been the second inning, wasn't it, Caden?
It was in the second, yep.
And again, you know, he's swinging a nice bat, been aggressive lately. Sophomore, class of 2025. Boy, those numbers are getting kind of big.
You're telling me.
My goodness.
Yeah. And gets a strike across there. It's a 2-1 count. Saw the first 2 go by for a 2-0 and now 2-1.
Well, that was a nice fastball, too. Nice little low on the outside corner.
Popped up. That might hit us on the heads over here, huh? A little past us.
He changed the eye level on that pitch. Went a little bit higher with that fastball. Kind of went across right around the top of his numbers. So, yeah, nice pitching by Coden Herman. Changing the eye level, changing the speed, trying to keep these Thunder hitters off balance, which he's done a great job of for the most part.
Another one fouled away. And foul ball brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Ooh, got him looking. The off speed.
Yeah, he wasn't looking for that, wasn't expecting that, and kind of buckled his knees a little bit. So that's 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
Brings in Bo Wall. He flew out to right field his last at bat. Got him stretching out far for that one. Yeah, it's not there. Strike 1.
Not his best effort right there.
That's a slow swing too. He's like,
yeah.
He knew he made a mistake about halfway through. off the end of the bat, straight to shortstop, over to first in time. It's out number 2
Boy,
here in the inning.
Quick 2 outs here for the Thunder. You know, if it wouldn't have been for a few foul balls by Hagen Reed, Herman has probably would have only thrown a few pitches so far this inning.
He's made it through the lineup 1.5 times here in the 4th inning,
Wow.
and that's what you'd like to see.
Now Musgrave steps in. Landon, senior, lefty. Just can't
Little
quite.
high, but he gets the call for strike.
Yeah, can't quite pull the trigger on that one.
And that's one of those spots where you do second guess it because it is a little high right on that line. That one now low for ball 1. Well hit out into left center. Going back on it is Lindsay. And catching it at the warning track. He hit that one about 330 or so. This is a way back there. That's a good contact.
Well, I'll give him a bad time when he gets home tonight. Tell him that his old man has warning track power too. Now, it's a solid hit. Just a nice catch by the center fielder, Sam Lindsay.
And that brings up the bottom of the 4th inning when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network. It's 12-1, Warriors lead.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News
Camps,
today.
clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Here we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Warriors on top 12-1. They have a chance to extend it even further here with Hayden Smith coming into the Buck Brand Beef batter's box. See what they can accomplish here. Trying to close out this game if they can leave this as maybe their last series at bat.
Yeah, you never know here. They're up 12-1, so the 10-run rule does come into play the next inning in the 5th. Cason Turner trying to keep it at 12.
And this one fouled away back towards Snow Canyon High School, and it brings up strike number 1.
Again, Cason Turner, senior over at Desert Hills. His older brother, Dallin, was on that 2019 championship team for the Desert Hills Thunder.
Well hit down the right field line. And it stays fair. It's right outside the side of us. He's going for 3, and he'll be there. Sliding in head first. It's a triple.
Wow.
For Hayden Smith.
Right down that right field line. And he was hustling right from the get-go. And he does. He slides in head first to third base, and he is safe. Great hit. Damon Ince stays hot.
Yeah, I was thinking that was Hayden Smith. Yeah, that was Damon Ince.
Yeah. Tank Kelly now.
It's ball 1.
And I would imagine that this inning, too, you'll probably see a few substitutions in the lineup. Again, you're up 12-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. you might have some substitutions.
Yeah. Out to left, it's going back, getting under it, and making the grab is Musgrave, tagging up from third, and coming in to score is Damon Ince. Take that sacrifice fly, right?
Yeah, that's a productive out. If you're going to get an out, make it productive. Either move the runners or get that run in, which is what he did after that triple.
It's now Corbin Hafen. He sends one foul down the left field line. And out of play, it is 0-1. 1 out. 13-1 Warriors lead on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Hafen had a double his last at bat. This one off the handle, bouncing towards third, fielding it, and bobbling it there. That's going to send Hafen over to first easily.
Once Cason Turner came off the mound on that little dribbler, if he wasn't going to get it, it was going to be a very, very difficult play for the third baseman, Kyler Terry, who was charging, came up, and just trying to get a quick grip on the ball, just couldn't. But it would have been a tough play anyways. In fact, I'd probably give that a hit.
Yeah, I was seeing if they were going to give it an error or a hit there, because that is a tough play to make.
Tough play.
Well hit right above shortstop, trying to stretch up for it, not quite there. It's a single into center field.
Cole's 6'1". If he's 6'3", he gets that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think it touched the glove.
It may have.
It was right there. Mikhail Swenson now back to the top of the lineup.
You know, again, it's just a game of inches. If he's playing one step back, he makes that catch.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball is such a game of inches.
And it's low. It's ball one to start things off.
13-1 here. Snow Canyon up on Desert Hills right now. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. They're still threatening. The Warriors are looking to add more.
Fouled away. 1-1 count here to Swenson.
Nice crowd here tonight. Again, just a perfect night to watch some baseball out there.
Yeah, the breeze still somewhat relevant out there. Again, it's a bit of a batter's breeze coming in from home plate and heading out towards left center.
Yeah.
Two-one. Now to Swenson. Again, we're here in the bottom of the fourth inning, 13-1 with Snow Canyon leading. Runner on second and first with 1 out. Hit right down third base line, stops it. Can it get over for a double play? It does.
Wow, what a play by the third baseman, Kyler Terry. Backhands the hard shot, steps on third, and makes just a rifle throw over to first for the double play. Get the Thunder out of that inning. And that is the best inning the Thunder have had tonight, only letting 1 run come across the plate in that bottom of the fourth. So we're going to go to the top of the fifth, Caden. This could be it. Maybe 3 more outs.
Guess we'll find out more when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Fabulous Freddy's always keeps your car
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Their showroom and save money and buy right from the distributors at AWP. They're open to the public across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. And stay tuned for the AWP Playmaker of the Game.
Into the fifth inning we go here. Top of the fifth inning. Coden Herman stays on the mound here. First pitch is inside. Ball one to Titan Tate.
And hey, a crosstown update, Region 10 baseball update again. 8-1, Crimson Cliffs up on Dixie right now across town. That's a strike called. So 1-1 in the count. But yeah, Mustangs kind of put it to the Flyers out there at Crimson.
And across the plate, beautiful fastball coming across for strike two. Tate's last at bat, he had a grounder over to third, so he's 0-1 today. Count evens up at 2. And swung on, missed at strike 3.
Another Region 10 update. Just right behind us. They're in the top of the 7th. Desert Hills softball up 10-2. So they are trying to return the favor.
They're really succeeding so far.
Of Snow Canyon beating Desert Hills on their home field.
Top of the 7th as well.
So they're kind of going down the home stretch over there too.
Seth Wells in the batter's box right now, facing now a 1-0 count. The pitch high inside, ball 2-0.
Seth Wells having a really good year in the box right now. He's batting over 400 for the Thunder. He was out, that was a called strike. He was out a couple of games due to an injury, but he is back playing defense and offense.
In the dirt, it's a 3-1 count now to Wells. His last at bat sent one to second base.
He's not a power hitter, but he does put the ball into play.
Full count now here. Herman putting it in a good spot. And the pitch. Swung on over to shortstop. Making the play. Sechrist over to first. There in time. It is out number 2.
Again, nice play by Sechrist, the shortstop. Quick hands. That ball did not come up like he was expecting it was going to. And he had to, again, really show those quick hands and go down and get that ball.
Now with it being 13-1 here, 2 outs. And out here could end the ball game as this one's hit well, and no out needed as it's sent right across second base, and it's a single.
Thompson having a good game in the batter's box. Home run his first time at bat, and then a single right back up the middle for the Thunder catcher.
Back to the top of the lineup we go. Cole DeCastro stepping up to the plate.
They will have a speed-up runner for the catcher, Corb Thompson. Which he's going to put his gear on, but he may not need to.
He may not need to.
But Kobe Goodman coming out to be the speed runner for the Thunder.
Again, Cole DeCastro in the box. Jace Fillmore on deck. 2 outs. First pitch across for a strike.
Cole's 1 for 2 tonight.
His last at bat, he had that really nice double that followed the home run, and it felt like maybe there could be a rally there for the Thunder. High, it's ball 2. Or excuse me, ball 1. 1-1 count. swung on, missed. It is 1-2.
Thunder down to their last strike, last out here. See if DeCastro can prolong this, or if the Warriors are going to get the sweep of the week here against the Desert Hills. Ooh. Coden took about 2 steps off the mound. He thought he punched him out.
I mean, I think we thought he did too. It looked good from our angle, but it must have been just outside.
And, you know, I kind of wish late in these games like this, the umpires would open up that strike zone a little bit.
Well hit, sending it to center. Off the wall. Run goes to third and diving headfirst into second. Overshot the base a little into the leg of, who is that over there on second? That was Damon Entz.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's Cole's second double that he's hit off the wall out there.
Now that puts 2 runners now into scoring position. That would make it, if they come around to score, I mean, it would still be a 10-run game. So right now, Jace Fillmore stepping into the box. He's got to make his way around if the Thunder have any shot of trying to keep themselves alive here. Again, 2 outs, runner on second and third, and now Fillmore stepping up to the plate. It's low for ball 1.
Starts him off with an off-speed pitch.
High fastball. It is ball 2. 2-0 count here to Jace Fillmore. Some cheering going on next door.
Yeah, I'm pulling up that score just to see what's going on over there.
Line drive, that's going to bring in a couple runs. Send it out to center. It's going to be a double here, and 2 runs will score. Jace Fillmore.
Yeah, kind of a left center gapper right there. Line drive. It just feels like it's a little bit too little too late for the Thunder getting their bats going.
Now Kyler Terry with a chance to bring around the run that could save them potentially. But again, Snow Canyon, if they get any run on the board in the bottom of the 5th, then it wouldn't matter. Again, he still has to bring that run across. Right now it's 13-3. It's a 10-run game.
Herman, first pitch for a strike, off speed. He knows Kyler Terry is a dead fastball hitter, so he will be smart with him. Another one.
Fouled it away again. Another off-speed pitch. It's a 0-2 count.
Kyler Terry's a pretty impressive kid. He's an entrepreneur already. When he was a sophomore and junior, he was already an entrepreneur, and you know, he's one of the owners of Bin Blasters, one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
So, kind of impressive for a senior in high school.
It's 1-2 count.
His older brother was also on that 2019 state championship team of the Desert Hills Thunder. Left-handed pitcher.
And fouled away.
Coach Cave over there at third base tried to barehand that foul ball. Didn't quite catch it cleanly.
Inside. Full count.
Again, you can kind of hear the...
Excuse me, 2-2 count.
The Warrior faithful was hoping that was going to be a punch out. But again, this umpire has kept that same strike zone. Some sort of a warning given. Not quite sure what's going on out there.
Two outs, runner on second. The pitch. And that brings us to a full count.
Yeah, just up in the zone. Terry didn't chase it. Full count, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. 13-3 Snow Canyon up on Desert Hills.
And chasing it. It could have been a walk, but he chased it. And that's ball game.
Yep. Throw down to first base, and that is going to do it. 13-3 final here at Snow Canyon. Snow Canyon over Desert Hills. Just they got the bats going, but it was just too late in the game. And the Warrior bats, they came out in the first inning swinging and swung it every single inning. That was the difference of the game.
Absolutely. Well, we'll take a minute break here. When we come back, we'll wrap things up with our Johnson Pediatrics post-game show. Stick around with us here on the Fan Sports Network.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
44-BUCK. That's 435-644-BUCK.
So Snow Canyon gets the win here, 13-3, and they win the series against the Thunder. Wrapping up the show here in the Johnson Pediatrics post-game show. See why so many parents choose Johnson's for their kids' dental needs. You can call for that new patient special, 656-0511. Well, Mark, let's hand out some awards. Our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Does it just go to the pitcher? I think you got to give it to Coden Herman here, right?
You know, Coden Herman had a great game, but also what was Ryder Harrison's stats? I mean, he had I know he had a good game in the box. You know, there were several players of the Warriors that had good games in the box.
Yeah, I mean, Ryder Harrison, he had 3 runs himself.
Yeah.
He had 2 singles and that 2-run RBI home run as well. So he's up there.
He kind of stands out to me. I know Coden Herman pitched a great game. You know, the Thunder bats got swinging a little bit late in the game, and they got some nice hits and some runs off of Coden Herman. You know what? I really like Harrison. He just kind of stood out to me tonight.
Yeah. Fair enough. Let's talk about our Appliance Wholesaler Plus Playmaker play of the game. We had a couple double plays here tonight. So either one of those, one for the Thunder, one for the Warriors. Really, we could split the award and give it to both of those plays if we really want to. Anytime you turn into a good double play, it's fun baseball.
Well, I'm not a fence sitter, Caden, so I'm going to give it to
Which one are you going with?
I like that play that Coden Herman made. Deflected the ball to Damon Entz, and they got that inning-ending double play.
I like it.
Thunder were kind of trying to put some runs up on them a little bit earlier, but that double play just shut it down.
Yeah, it really did. And by the way, final across town, 11-1. Crimson gets the win over Dixie. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. And then our, you know, that I think we can also throw that in as our Morgan Pest Control defensive play of the game as well.
There were a few of those plays for sure.
So some great hitting, some great fielding, all across a great game here tonight. So any other notes here?
Well, just wanted to update the score right behind us. Desert Hills Lady Thunder, they do get the win against Snow Canyon, the Lady Warriors. Again, remember, Lady Warriors beat them at Desert Hills on Tuesday. Desert Hills returns the favor and beats them on their home field 10-2 tonight here at Snow Canyon. So that was the girls. Boys here, Snow Canyon gets a big win, 13-3 in baseball.
Very good. All right, well, that's it from all of us here at Snow Canyon High School. We appreciate you joining us on the broadcast tonight. We'll have more Region 10 baseball for you next week. keep updated on the Fan Sports Network for where we're going to be and game times and locations and more. So thank you for joining us tonight on the broadcast. We'll see you. Have a good one.